There is only a short moment left. I am placing before you a special opening, a miracle prepared specifically for your life. My beloved child, pause and listen with full awareness in your heart. Because not every call comes loudly like thunder, some calls come very gently, yet carry within them the weight of a new season. I do not want you to keep drifting through your days in distraction, allowing scattered images, outside voices, and daily worries to steal your ability to recognize what I am doing. A door is beginning to open before you, not built by human hands, not brought by random luck, but quietly prepared by my mercy, from the days when you could not yet see any sign. What I am moving toward you is not merely an outward gift, but a confirmation that I have heard your cries, seen your lack, and known the times you wondered when your life would finally step into a more spacious place. Let your heart remain awake, because what I am saying to you does not come to frighten you, but to awaken the faith that has been sleeping beneath the dust of weariness. You once looked at your life and thought perhaps every door had already closed. You once saw others being given opportunities, stepping into new homes, being released from financial burdens, receiving timely support, while you still stood among worries, unfinished plans, and unanswered prayers. But I have never forgotten you. I have never missed your address in my provision. I have never considered your tears small. If today I call you to pause, it is because I want you to know that some things have already begun to shift in places your eyes cannot see. Some hearts have already been touched by me. Some resources have already been directed toward you. And keys that symbolize entrance, ownership, stability, and restoration are being prepared to be placed in your hands. Do not despise the present moment just because it appears ordinary. Many times, the greatest change does not begin with cheering, but with a very quiet prompting in your heart, a sense that I am drawing you out of distraction so you can see something more serious. I have seen you many times being swept into the current of social media, news, and images that cause your heart to compare, grow tired, or forget your own worth. I do not condemn you, because I know you seek relief in the midst of pressure. But I do not want you to use distraction to soothe a wound that needs to be healed by faith. I do not want you to scroll past your own life, past my call, past the door that is opening, and then later wonder why you are still stuck in the old place. My child, lift your head. Do not let temporary things steal your sensitivity to the eternal thing I am sowing into you. There is a person I am touching, someone with the ability, resources, position, or key to open what you have prayed for. You do not need to know every detail right now, nor do you need to force yourself to guess who they are, where they come from, or how that blessing will arrive. What I desire from you first is an open heart, one that does not doubt so much that it closes the door before grace even knocks. I can use paths you have never thought of. I can place your name in the heart of someone who has never been close to you. I can cause an opportunity to find you at the very moment you thought you had been passed over. I can turn a small meeting into a major turning point, an introduction into a new door, an unexpected act of help into the beginning of the stability you have long desired. I am not limited by what you see in your hands today. The keys I speak of are not only objects that open the door of a house, They are also signs of the right to enter a new season. There are places you once only dared to look at from afar, and I am preparing for you to enter them in peace. There are rooms of opportunity that once stood tightly closed before you, and I am turning the lock from within. There are shortages that have kept you from sleeping peacefully, and I am arranging release. There are dreams of a home, a safe place, a firm foundation for your family, your future, and those you love. And I have not considered them small. I am the Father who knows you need shelter, who knows you need stability, who knows you need space to breathe, to build, to recover, and to stop living in a state of always being chased down by worry. Yet, my beloved child, when I say provision is coming, I also remind you to keep your heart pure. Do not let the desire for financial release turn into impatience. Do not let the longing for a home, money, or property cause you to lose wisdom. I do not bless you so that you may chase wealth as a new master, but so you may see that I am the source of every good thing. When an opportunity comes, ask for clarity. When a door opens, enter with integrity. When someone extends a hand to help, receive with gratitude and discernment. When finances are released, use them to build what is lasting, to restore peace to your family, to lighten burdens, to sow what is good, to live more generously but not proudly. True blessing does not lead you away from me. It makes you bow your head in deeper gratitude and become kinder toward others. I know you are tired of waiting. I know there are days when you want to believe, but the numbers before you make your heart waver. I know there are times when you tell yourself you must be strong, while deep within, you still long for a hand to lift you, a timely intervention, a confirmation that you have not been abandoned. Today I tell you that your prayer has not dissolved into emptiness. The times you prayed in silence, the times you tried to hold on to hope though you saw no sign, the times you still did what was right when no one praised you, all of these have been seen by me. And because I have seen, I am also answering in a way more beautiful than you ever imagined. So wake up in faith, my child. Do not turn away from this moment with coldness. Do not let doubt speak on your behalf. Do not let the memory of old disappointments lock your hands against what is new. Open your heart to receive, but also keep yourself in peace. Say Amen, not as a rushed sound, but as a gentle agreement that you believe I am still working, that you are ready to step into a season of being led, and that you will no longer live as one forgotten. I am near to you. I am touching the things connected to your home, finance, opportunities, and stability. I am softening the hearts of those who need to be moved. I am opening paths where there seemed to be no path. And when the key is placed in your hand, when the door opens before your eyes, you will know that it was not luck that found you, but my mercy that brought the blessing to the very place where you stand. You have felt stuck, have you not? As though every path before you was silently closed, and your prayers kept flying into the air without receiving a clear answer. I know those months and days have made your heart weary. I know the long nights when you lay there, eyes open in the darkness, trying to stay calm while inside you were full of questions no one could hear. You asked me when the door would open, when the heaviness would end, when the things you prayed for with tears would become something you could hold with joy. You thought I was silent, but I was never absent. You thought everything was standing still, but behind the veil your eyes could not yet see through. I was still moving, still arranging, still connecting scattered pieces together to prepare a moment for you that would arrive at the right time, in the right way, according to my love for you. Hear me with the deep stillness of your heart. I do not want you only to stand on the sidelines and listen to others tell stories of their blessings. I do not want you forever to be the one rejoicing for others while quietly wondering when your turn will come to touch my kindness. I saw you smile when others received an open way, even though your own heart also longed for a way to open for you. I saw you congratulate others while trying to swallow the sadness that your prayer still seems suspended in the air. But my beloved child, I have not forgotten your name in the record of heaven. I will not leave you standing forever outside the courtyard of expectation. What I am releasing is not a distant story meant for someone else. It is a visitation for you. An answer that touches your own circumstances. A restoration named by my love for you. This moment does not come because you have been perfect, nor because you have never trembled. It comes because I am your Father, and I know how to find you even when your heart is weak. You once thought your faith was too small, your prayer too clumsy, your perseverance too fragile to please me. But I say to you that I have seen what is precious in every drop of your trust, even when it trembled. I saw you still return to me when you no longer knew where else to turn. I saw you still whisper my name when your mind was full of pressure. I saw you still choose surrender, even when your hands had almost nothing left to offer except honest exhaustion. And that honesty touched my heart. Because I do not need you to perform strength. I only want you to give me the place of your weakness so I may lift it with my gentle power. The keys I place before you do not only speak of a home, a position, an opportunity, or a physical door. They speak of the right to enter territories you once thought you were not worthy enough, qualified enough, strong enough, or fortunate enough to touch. There are doors that have been closed before you for so long that you began to think they were created to stand against you. There were rejections that made you shrink back. There were delays that caused you to question whether you were truly being led. But I am giving you new access. I am opening places that were locked in ways you did not expect. I am teaching you to understand that when I open a door, no negative voice can command it to close. When I place a key in your hand, you no longer need to stand outside looking in with shame. You may enter with humility, gratitude, and the steady confidence that your Father has called you there. The abundance I want to bring you into is not only so you can pay a few bills and then return to the same old worry. I do not only want to put out a small fire today, I want to reset the foundation of your life. I want you to learn to live not in a state of always fearing tomorrow, always counting every shortage, always preparing for the worst, but in wisdom, peace, and trust. I want you to see my provision not merely as a temporary rescue, but as a flow guided by obedience, gratitude, and connection with me. You will no longer have to live on the edge of survival, where every day leaves you tense as though balancing in a strong wind. I am bringing you out of that narrow place, step by step, so you may learn to breathe more deeply, to think more clearly, decide more wisely, and receive blessing without allowing fear to steal your joy. But you must stay connected to me, not as a heavy obligation, but as a child holding the hand of their father while walking through a new road. Do not seek me only when you need a miracle. Then drift away from me when the emergency has passed. Remain in my presence when things begin to get better. Speak with me in ordinary days. Ask me before important decisions. Let my peace stand guard at the door of your heart. What I am about to reveal must be received with an awake heart. Because a great blessing also requires great wisdom to preserve it. I do not want you to receive and then lose because of haste, greed, fear, or chasing after calls that are not pure. I want you to enter the new season with steady feet, a tender heart, and eyes able to discern what comes from me and what is only the false brightness of impatience. Do not think miracles are only for people who seem higher than you, holier than you, stronger than you, or more worthy than you according to the way you measure yourself. You are my child, and that is enough for me to draw near to you with love. I do not bless the way human beings reward perfect performance. I bless according to mercy, faith, surrender, and the good plan I wrote over your life before you fully understood yourself. You may have stumbled, delayed, doubted, cried, and had days when you could not pray much beyond a sigh. But I still see within you a heart that remains turned toward me. And while your heart remains turned toward me, you are still being led. While you still know how to return to me, you are still being restored. While you still place even a trembling little faith in my hands, I can cause it to grow into a tree of shade. Now I am shifting the ground beneath your feet, not to make you afraid, but to make you understand that the old things no longer have the right to hold you back as before. The patterns of lack, the cycles of disappointment, the thoughts that make you lower yourself, the habits of living in anxiety, I am touching all of them. I am removing from you the feeling that you can only hope to have just enough to survive. I am opening within you a new vision, where you no longer see peace as a luxury, provision as something rare, or an open way as something that only happens for others. Prepare your heart, not with haste, but with trust. Let your mouth speak gratitude before your eyes see everything. Let your steps walk in obedience before the door opens completely. Let your heart believe that what I have begun, I will not abandon halfway. Therefore, my beloved child, do not withdraw right before the threshold. Do not let long waiting cause you to draw the wrong conclusion about my love. Do not let weary nights steal your holy expectation. I was with you in the hidden place, and I will also be with you when the light begins to shine. This blessing does not come to make you proud, but to make you grateful. This opening does not come to lead you away from me, but to bind you more closely to me. This abundance does not come only to fill your hands, but to heal the way you look at tomorrow. Stand firm, keep your heart pure, and continue walking with me. I am your Father, the one who heard you in the long nights, kept you through dry seasons, and is now bringing you into a moment where you will understand that not one of your tears was ever forgotten. The Lord says, I am giving you a precious opportunity to step into the season of blessing I have prepared. Because this hour has not come before you by accident. Do not quickly pass over this word as though it were only an echo among the many sounds of life. I am calling you with tenderness, but also with holy seriousness. Because there are doors that only open when your heart still knows how to listen, and streams of grace that only flow when you stop closing yourself in doubt. You have passed through too many days wondering when change would come, when my hand would move, when your silent prayers would be answered. Today, I want you to know that I have never forgotten you, never taken my eyes off you, and never allowed your name to disappear from the good things I have appointed. This moment is not a coincidence passing through your life. I have led you to the right place, at the right time, to hear what you need to hear, so you may recognize that my provision is not limited by your present circumstances. You have gone through seasons when your hands were empty, not because I did not love you, but because I was teaching you to recognize where true supply comes from. You have spent nights awake because of money, expenses, heavy responsibilities, and the unrest that kept repeating in your heart like an endless knocking. I saw you. I saw even when you did not complain, even when you swallowed your tears, even when you chose silence so no one would know how tired you truly were. And throughout all those months and days, I was quietly preparing a way for you. My beloved child, do not think blessings are only for others while you must stand outside and watch. I do not measure my love for you by your perfection. I see your faith even when it is small, trembling, and many times seems close to going out. I see your heart still trying to turn toward what is good even when life has shaken you. You prayed before seeing results. You hoped when before your eyes there was only delay. You gave thanks in days when nothing was certain. These things are not useless before me. Not one prayer you offered with a sincere heart has been thrown into emptiness. I have kept them, gathered them, placed them into my timeline. And now I am opening a season in which you will understand that your waiting was not wasted. I am changing the atmosphere around you, around your home, around your work, around the plans you once wanted to abandon because you were too weary. There are places that once stood closed before your eyes that will begin to open. There are paths you thought were not meant for you that will suddenly become clear. Help will come from people you did not expect, and opportunities will appear through doors you never knocked on. But I want you to receive this with watchfulness, not with greed, not with impatience, but with pure and grateful faith. The abundance I give is not only so you may have more, but so you may be released from the fear of lack, so you may learn to live more generously, peacefully, wisely, and steadily. What has been delayed does not mean it has been denied. Some of my answers need time to ripen, because I do not only want to give you a gift, I also want to prepare you to become someone who can preserve that gift with clarity. If I were to place something great into your hands while your heart was still controlled by fear, you might lose peace inside the very blessing you once prayed for. Therefore, I have trained you in patience. I have taught you to distinguish between a door that comes from me and a door that only looks bright on the outside but drains your strength within. I have taught you that not every delay is punishment. Sometimes it is a fence of protection, a preparation, my hand holding you back from what is not yet right for the appointed time. Now, I am calling you out of the posture of one who lives only to survive, You were not created to forever bow your head before anxiety. Forever count every shortage. Forever look at the future with eyes blurred by fear. I want to lift you into a wider space, where you know you are loved, led, covered, and provided for in my way. Do not let the voice of doubt close what faith can open. Do not let the poverty of the past decide the size of your hope today. Do not let old failures make you believe you are no longer worthy of what is good. I am the Father of restoration. I know how to take what you thought was lost and turn it into the foundation of a new season that is more enduring. I am sending my holy messengers to guard what belongs to you according to my good purpose. Not so you may live in illusion, but so you may understand that you are not alone in this battle. There are attacks that want to distract you, tire you, cause you to doubt, and make you let go right before the threshold of change. But I am placing a boundary around you. I am silencing the voices of accusation. I am closing the old paths that once pulled you into cycles of fear, lack, and exhaustion. I will not allow what wounded you to continue defining you. I will not allow old shame to sit on the throne of your heart. I am turning months and days of humiliation into songs of gratitude, turning the things you once cried over in secret into evidence that I lifted you up. You will learn again how to sleep in peace. You will learn again how to look at tomorrow without being suffocated by the question, what should I do? You will learn again how to hold money with wisdom, not worshipping it, not fearing it, but using it as a tool to build, carry, support, and live according to what is good. I do not want material things to rule you. I want you to be free from the obsession with lack. When I bless, I also give clarity so you know how to manage. When I open a door, I also give humility so you can walk through without pride. When I fill your cup, I also teach you to let that overflow reach others with mercy. Therefore, do not turn away from this moment of awakening. Do not let distraction pull you away from the word I am placing in your heart. There are moments that may be brief, yet they can mark a turning point in your life. Because in that very moment, you choose faith instead of fear, openness instead of closing yourself, rising instead of remaining under the shadow of old disappointments. I do not force you to receive. I invite you. I do not use this call to make you panic, but to remind you that grace is drawing near and your heart needs to be ready. Speak to me with honesty. Say that you believe, even though your eyes have not yet seen. That you receive, even though your hands have not yet held. That you will step forward, even though your feet still tremble. Please, and when everything begins to move, remember that the source of blessing is not in people, circumstances, or luck, but in me. I can use a person, an opportunity, an idea, a meeting, or an unexpected door to bring you out of a narrow place. But every stream of water flows from my mercy. Keep your heart pure when you are lifted. Keep your lips grateful. Keep your hands sowing what is good. Keep your feet away from the old paths that once led you astray. The season of abundance I am leading you into is not only outward fullness, but inward spaciousness, wider peace, deeper faith, stronger gratitude, and a brighter love within you. Lift your head, my beloved child. The days when you thought you were invisible did not escape my eyes. The nights when you cried in secret were not ignored by heaven. The prayers you thought were delayed are being placed into the flow of right timing. I am opening new keys for you. Not only keys of finances, but keys of freedom, peace, courage, and a life no longer controlled by fear. Receive with humility, walk with wisdom, and believe that I am still working behind the veil. You survived many dry seasons, but I have not called you merely to survive. I have called you to be restored, rebuilt, filled to overflowing, and to become a gentle sign of my mercy in the world. A person with authority, resources, and the ability to open a way has been placed by me into your journey. Perhaps today they still do not know your name, have never heard your story, and have never seen the nights when you quietly struggled with anxiety. But I know you, and I also know how to connect hearts at the right time. Do not limit my help to the familiar paths you have imagined in your mind. I am not bound by distance, circumstances, your connections, or the doors you think have already closed. When I want to send someone, I can place a prompting in their heart. When I want to open a path, I can cause someone who had never thought of you to suddenly become the bridge that carries you across deep waters. When I want to provide, I can do it in a way so gentle that you will recognize this is not coincidence, but my hand quietly moving on your behalf. You have spent too many days worrying about immediate needs. Rent, piling bills, meals for your family, the stability of your home, and responsibilities that have weighed heavily upon your shoulders. I saw every night you could not sleep peacefully. Every time you calculated and sighed again. Every moment you wondered whether you had enough strength to continue one more day. But today, I want you to hear this word like cool water flowing into dry ground. Peace is coming to your home. Provision is entering the door of your house. And the hope you thought was far away is returning closer than ever. You will not leave this season with the same trembling fear you carried when you entered it. You will not end this stretch of road in the same lack that once made you feel breathless. I am placing a new milestone before you, and that milestone will remind you that I have never taken my eyes off you. What I am doing is not only solving a temporary need so you can breathe easier for a few days. I am sowing a testimony, a living story that one day you will tell again with tearful eyes and a grateful heart. You will remember this moment not because everything around you became perfect immediately, but because right here, while you had not yet seen the fullness, I began to speak life into your circumstances. You will tell that there was a moment when you thought you were standing at the edge of exhaustion, and then help came from an unexpected direction. You will tell that when you did not know which door to knock on, I opened a door from the inside. You will tell that when you thought you had been left alone with burdens no one understood, I sent support gentle yet certain, right at the time your heart needed it most. Therefore, my beloved child, allow your heart to believe once more. I know it has been wounded. I know there were times when you hoped and then were disappointed, trusted and then quietly gathered the broken pieces of yourself again. I do not condemn you for being cautious, nor do I condemn you because sometimes it is difficult for you to open your heart to a promise. But this time, I am speaking to you before the thing becomes clearly formed before your eyes. I am placing within you a signal of peace before the blessing touches your hands. I am allowing you to feel the wind of a changing season before the new door fully opens. This is not as far as you think, not as vague as fear wants you to believe, and not as fragile as the promises of human beings. Stand firm in holy expectation. Do not let the numbers, deadlines, or outward pressure steal the peace I am giving you. What I have sent forth is moving. The person who needs to appear will appear. The help that needs to come will come. The source of blessing that needs to open will open at the right time. You are not forgotten in your own home, not abandoned among the bills, not left alone in responsibility for your family. I am covering your household with gentle care, and I am writing a new chapter in which you will look back and say, "It was I who led you through." Believe, my beloved child, because what I have prepared for you is much closer than what you can currently see.